Yeah, we're up here in Maine trying to get through the winter. Bottle diggers just sitting around waiting for the ground to thaw. We're not the only ones that are missing our outdoor activities. These paddle boarders are paddle boarding on chunks of ice. I just saw one of them fall in. Desperate measures. So it's the beginning of March, and you would think that is springtime, and I have done this every single springtime here in Maine. I can't wait any longer, and I come out into the woods and look for dumps, and you start to dig and you hit a layer of ice that's going to be sitting here under the leaves for the next at least 2 or 3 more weeks. But I still come out and I look for places, and so many times I'll find a dump like I feel like I might be finding here, and then you start to dig it, and then you hit it's called a Pluto water bottle. It's like about 10 inches high. I think it's 1920s only. Looks older. But then I start to dig and it's loose at the top, and then you hit ice. So I go and I mark it in my little notebook, and I come back later on. It's a good time to find dump sites because you can see all the leaves are gone and grass is down, ferns are down. We kind of go through withdrawal waiting for the summer. You can get cabin fever. Bottle diggers get cabin fever worse than anybody. Your hands start shaking. But a couple more weeks. So sometimes what I wind up doing is on my days off I drive south, and luckily my friend Taylor said I could come down to Rhode Island, and he said that in the salt marsh down there there's a dump and it doesn't freeze up because it's got salt in the water. So I'm going to take a trip down there, see if we can find some bottles. So there's a foot of snow on the ground in Maine. So what do? We drive south to Rhode Island and see Taylor, because he's got a spot to dig. How old is that thing? Oh, you got another one.
Yeah, you got a few things.
Oh, what is that beautiful blue thing?
This is a local soda, P. Farber & Sons Newport.
That's Taylor. You might recognize him.
Then they put a little red and nice little tea.
That looks like it's gonna get big time patina.
Yeah, I might have that marsh stain. Nice broken piece of very blue plate or in a window, stained glass window stuff.
So what do you think? That's 1910?
That's 20s, I'd say.
I'll call it 10s, just to make it older. What's the name? Do you know the name?
Oh, P. Farber & Sons.
Farber Newport. Nice. Yep. So you're in some black goo.
Yeah, and as you see up here, where I dug last time, it's all, the main part of the dump is a very yellowy orange ash. So, yeah, off to a good start.
It's not bad for January.
No.
We'll take it.
Dry but not warm.
Yeah.
The lid. Wow.
This would have been a pretty one without that hole. I got this little pressed glass.
Oh, nice. Nice little info. I'm on a kick with these little lids.
What's up with those?
Yeah, on the edge, I think it's the shallower dump here. As you get uphill, it gets thicker. So
sounds good. Wait a minute. How do you know it's tooth?
You can tell it's unembossed, but that top is a classic tooth powder.
Oh yeah.
You basically unscrew the top. It has it's full of cork out. Get the muck out of there.
Drink some and rinse your mouth out. See
yeah, there's a little bit of the white calcium in there.
Wow.
So. But yeah, that'll unscrew and you can basically tap it out to.
Pewter top.
Yep.
Rhodes. What?
Rhodes hair rejuvenator, little mass. Has a crack, unfortunately. But
I didn't know that was a Lowell bottle.
Yeah. That's a teaser.
Rhodes hair rejuvenator. I could use some of that. Is that how you really spell rejuvenator?
I believe so.
That's cool, except for the crack,
Yeah.
but we won't mention that.
No. Put it in the pile.
Taylor's in the muck, but he just hit bang, 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 bang. Marmalade, soda, jar, whiskey.
Yeah, there's a layer of bricks on top. And see if under the bricks it really opens up. So, well, I guess down probably like a foot here at least.
Plenty of stuff.
Ready for exciting? Yeah, catch it. Something out of med. Probably gonna be machine made.
Nothing.
Little machine
All
made.
right.
Well, yeah, those things are sticking out right and left.
We want a late throw.
Oh yeah, the Dublin embossed pharmacy.
Yummy.
Delicious. Oh, I heard there's a bottle inside a pipe.
There's another bottle.
I think it's screw top, whatever it is. But
You see that one back
see a
there?
bottle back here underneath this chunk. What do I got here? It's a blank, is it? Oh, my favorite, Sawyer's.
So here's Crystal Boone.
Yes. This is all early 20s,
Don't
late
fall.
teens, so classics are fine, but this,
If
it's
you-
worth trying to get out of that.
If you're gonna fall in the mud, at least do it while I'm filming.
Yeah. Nice and shallow here. The bottom is sand and it's not muck. You don't sink in.
Yeah, no, it's pretty easy digging.
So yeah, this is a estimate. Whatever's going on.
All right. What do you think?
Well, I think it's unlikely to be marked, but I think it's an intact wide mouth stoneware jug here.
Either crock or jug. Crock.
Crock, yeah, I see the top and the handles right here.
Mm.
But yeah, I gotta dig this out so I can pull it gently.
All right.
But, in 1901.
Wow. That's old for a milk bottle.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna assume there's no big painting on the other side of that thing, but what the heck?
You never know.
You never know.
Oh, there's a bottle underneath it. Oh, I'm feeling
Yeah.
it's loose. I don't like that. Nope. Yeah.
Busted.
This whole thing's gonna come down. This whole thing's gonna come down. Doesn't really matter, but that's half of it there. Bummer. My third. Oh, it has an 8 on it.
Look at that.
New England. Oh, come on.
Taylor's Big Dick.
Dalton and Ingersoll. Boston toilet. Huh.
Is that the best toilet you've ever dug?
It's the crappiest one. That's number 3. I've dug 3 in different dumps.
Have you really? I dug one.
That would be really cool to take home if the bottom was intact.
You could sit it right out here and use it for while we're digging.
Right?
That's a nice looking.
Porcelain throne right there.
Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, a nice lime bottle, lime juice.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
This was a big teaser.
I don't know if I've ever dug a crab leg. When I was bottle digging. It's blue.
Nope.
This array of local soda bottles, 1920s or so. So I didn't bring home a whole lot. Had a real good time with Taylor watching him pull out all kinds of milk bottles, and mostly 1910, 1920. I took home a couple of these. I figured I'd just show a couple of bottles for people who are just starting out and digging and collecting. This is a very common Phillips Milk and Magnesia bottle, and it's machine made. You can see the line, the seam that goes up and over the top of the bottle. So it's made in an automatic bottle machine, making it from the early 1900s. And people like to collect them, but it's not what your typical bottle digger is digging for. I wanted to show you these two. That's better. This bottle here is a sort of a family heirloom at this point. It's Schenk's pulmonic syrup, and it's got a pontil, so it's 1860s, maybe 1870s. And I dug this when I was a kid. I dug it in 1973, so when I dug it, it was just a little bit over 100 years old. And I was just thinking the other day that this bottle that I have had on my shelf for 50 years is now about 150 years old. Maybe if I keep it on the shelf for 50 more years, it'll be even more desirable. This is another one, just again to show the difference to a newer collector that would be interested. It's the same bottle, looks about the same. This mold had these cool arches right at the top of the panel, which makes it a little different, but it's an 1870s, 1880s bottle, and that goes back another 10 or 15 years. And in terms of value, like that's maybe a $100 bottle, and this is about a $30 bottle. Point being, you dig a bottle from this vintage, and it can be just about the same bottle, and just because it has the pontil mark on the bottom, which is that ring right there, it makes it way better, much better. The spot that I was digging there at the beginning of the video, I was over in Kittery, and it just reminded me of a dump and why I go over there. I dug this out of a little shallow dump, and while I was at it, I figured I'd show for people who don't know the difference here. This is unembossed, no lettering at all, but it's threadless, and threadless means that it doesn't have the screw threads that you see in this one. And it's got screw threads because it's screwed onto the top of a pole, and was much more effective than these that were hit with a rubber wooden mallet onto a spike, and they would pop off during the storm, and they didn't last as long. So these are super valuable. They're just much more desirable, put it that way. These start at like $100 for anything that doesn't have threads, anything made of glass, not the pottery ones you see. And if it's threadless and it has embossing, gonna fit under the bridge.